Roger, how long have you been investing in stocks, and why do you think they provide a compelling investment to new investors?
I started investing in the market when I was at university. So that was 1989, 1990. So a long time ago, 30 something years ago. And it's compelling because I've worked in futures, I've traded derivatives, I've traded everything across the globe, commodities, the whole lot. And the great thing about stocks is they give you an invitation, or they provide an invitation to invest in businesses. If you look at the AFR Rich 200, the list of those people are comprised largely of people who have businesses. So as a wealth creation platform, a business is probably the best way to go. And stocks are pieces of businesses. Now, not everybody treats the stock market that way. Some people treat the stock market the same way they might a casino, and they just bet on things that go up and down. That's not what we do. We buy pieces of businesses, and over the long run, it works really, really well. If you can identify quality business and you can work out the right price to pay, then you will become wealthy given enough time.
So, Roger, what are your thoughts about cryptocurrency when it comes to investments, and how does it compare to stocks?
Well, I don't class them as an investment. I think they're more speculative. Having said that, though, I'm open to the idea of having some cryptocurrency exposure in my own portfolio because I have sympathy for both views. I have sympathy for the view that it's a bubble and it's going to burst. And I also have sympathy for the view that Bitcoin will never be a universal currency. And there is understanding the financial system gives you an immediate appreciation that will never happen. Bitcoin will never become a universal currency. However, I've got a lot of sympathy for the view that there is a disruptive element to the blockchain, and it has significant potential. And if currencies associated with particular projects on particular blockchains are successful, then those currencies could be very successful too. So I've got sympathy for both views, but I don't consider it as an investment the way I would a piece of a business.
Roger, when it comes to successful investments, can you tell me perhaps about some of your biggest achievements?
Sure. A very large investment I made at the inception of our Montgomery Small Companies Fund, which is run by Gary Rollo and Dominic Rose. That particular fund has turned out to be one of the best performing small companies funds in Australia since inception, which is awesome. Gary and Dom have a very different approach to investing to me, still focused on quality, still focused on prospects, but they understand market sentiment really, really well. And that allows them to understand catalysts better than some investors who are more traditional or more conventional. And so that investment has been very, very successful. Outside of our own funds, I made a very, very significant investment in the Australian Unity Healthcare Property Trust. Sounds super, super boring, but it's delivered about 15% per annum for the last 5 years. And it's done that with virtually zero volatility on the downside. So even through the GFC, it didn't go down at all. To have an investment that's almost as stable and safe and secure as a term deposit that generates 15% is pretty exciting.
And finally, Roger, looking ahead, which sectors or stocks should investors be putting their money in your opinion?
Yeah, look, I think there are some structural growth companies in Australia that are going to do super well. Companies like Macquarie Telecom, Unity Wireless, both of those businesses are structural growth stories. Then there's the sort of residential and leisure caravan park and residential living or village operator called Ingenia. And then if we reopen, we all get vaccinated and international borders come down and we get traveling again, businesses like Webjet, corporate travel management, they're going to do super well too.